So a couple of weeks back, we saw Apple unveil at WWDC iOS 17 on June 5th. And amongst them, there are a lot of different features, including different applications like the Journal app, standby mode, live voicemail, and a ton of other features that we will be discussing in this video. iOS 17 is supposed to bring a lot of changes to the UI. A lot of people are saying that it's like getting a new iPhone without actually paying anything. I really don't know about that, but let's go ahead and discuss some of the features and some of the things that have me most excited about iOS 17. First of all, let's discuss what devices iOS 17 is going to be supported on. So if you have the iPhone SE, the second generation and up, which means the iPhone XR, iPhone XS, and all the way up to iPhone 14 Pro, iOS 17 is going to be supported on all those devices. Anything below that, unfortunately, it's not. When it comes about the release date, so the developer beta version is already out, which is what I installed over here on my phone. And you can actually install this on your phone as well, but it comes with a warning because it has a lot of bugs and there's a lot of improvements that need to be made. So it's only intended for developers who are actually making applications so that they can test it out and see what's going on. If you want the public beta version, which is going to be available in, I believe, about a week or so, that's the one that I would recommend. That still is going to have bugs, so you have to be careful about not using it on a phone which has a lot of your data because it can all be erased. The final version of iOS 17 is going to be available in fall. According to past trends, the new version of iOS has always been released between the second and third week of September, so that's when you can actually expect it when the new iPhones, the iPhone 15, actually comes out. Now coming on to the latest features and some of my favorite features of iOS 17, starting with the Journal app. So the Journal app allows you to kind of look into past memories. It also allows you to kind of share your thoughts. You can consider it sort of like a wellness application. It, I think, falls under the Health app. So you can write your thoughts and just vent out if you really need to. I think it's a really thoughtful way of making people express themselves, or if you're feeling down, or if you just want to relive memories. This can, I believe, also be integrated with your Photos application, so it can actually create memories and those sort of things. So next up, we have the standby feature, which comes with iOS 17. The standby feature will only work if you have a stand and it's actually wirelessly charging. This seems to borrow from the Apple Watch, but if you put the phone in landscape on a stand at night and see the time with a clock and range of different clock styles, you can also shuffle through your best photos, displays, widgets, and see live activities like game scores as well. Next up, we have the contact poster. So what you can do now is basically just customize your own contact. So you can put in your emojis, you can select a photo, you can change the background and kind of just customize your own contact card that you want to share with people. When it comes to sharing with people, we have the AirDrop feature now where you can actually share your contact details just by AirDrop basically. So just by tapping your phone with someone else's phone, you'll be able to immediately share information. Another very interesting feature about iOS 17 is the live voicemail feature, which I think is pretty neat. So if you are getting a call from someone and you didn't pick up and they start leaving you a voicemail, you can actually see the voicemail with the transcripts in real time and you can see what they're saying. So then you can decide whether you want to pick up that call or you don't want to pick it up. When we come to messages, we have a couple of features. The application will be faster and search filters will let you add terms to search to narrow the results. You'll be also able to jump to the first unread message in the group chats, also swipe up to reply on any bubble, and automatically transcribe audio messages. A new check-in feature is also available. You can let your family and friends know if you made it to the destination safely, and messages can recognize if you aren't making progress towards the destination and prompt you to respond. If you don't, it will share information with selected contact details, including your location, your battery level, and cell service status. Siri is also getting an update when it comes to iOS 17, so you no longer have to say, "Hey Siri," you can just start barking your instructions and orders to Siri. So you just have to say Siri and you can just give her your orders, and you can also give her multiple instructions at one time. So if you wanted to write a message to someone but you also want to set up an alarm, you can just say that in one message, in one sentence, instead of saying "Hey Siri" or "Siri" more than once. So this is kind of like Alexa, where you just say Alexa and you start telling her instructions. Another feature that we have with iOS 17 is an update with AirTags. I don't think a lot of people are talking about this, but AirTags with iOS 17, you are now able to share them with multiple people. So one AirTag can be assigned to different people and you can start sharing them. And on top of that, we also have a feature where you will be notified I think this was already done before, but I think it's getting an improvement. So if you are traveling with someone that has an AirTag, or there's an AirTag that's traveling with you, it will give you notifications just to make sure that you're not being stalked. Another feature that came into the Apple Maps is the availability to actually download those maps. So you can actually now use offline maps. So if you know that you're going to be in an area, or you know that you're going to be hiking in an area, or you're going to be passing through or driving through a remote place where you're not familiar with, you can now actually download the maps and then use them offline later on. Another feature that I haven't seen people talk about is the sensitive data warning. So now you can actually blur out images or videos whenever you receive them. So this applies to airdrops, this applies to messages, FaceTime, videos in random, and it also is applied to third-party applications. Good decision here, because we've all been victims of getting unsolicited pictures that we didn't want to see. So I think this feature is going to come in handy. Last but not least, we're going to get an amazing feature when it comes to autocorrect. Finally, you can be as explicit as you want with this feature, because iOS 17 is going to be correcting something that we've been wanting for a long time. So if you're writing the F word, or you're just writing another word that usually autocorrect changes, that's not going to be the case anymore. So if you're actually writing the F word, it's going to show as the F word. It's not going to show you duck or ducking. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that's a very interesting update that I think is probably one of the most exciting ones for me, at least, when it comes to the autocorrect. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it when it comes to iOS 17. These were some of the features that I thought were the most interesting ones, and the ones that we'd like to see coming in the future iPhones. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know what features you would like to see, or what is something that you would want Apple to do in their future iOS updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.